o'clock. In daylight. But what day? Hello, you there, boy. Yes, you, my good fellow. What day is today?
It's Rusev Day.
I haven't missed it.
Time to celebrate. Okay. Rusev Day is not a joke.
You've waited all week for your dose of ... stupid.
Quiet down, dummies. I'm talking.
It's hashtag WrestlePals.
Shut up, dummies.
Oh, I got that down. Hey, everybody. It's hashtag WrestlePals. This is some rare. Nathan's writing notes and stuff. Crazy, huh? It's hashtag WrestlePals, everybody. Your weekly dose of... Oh, he just said that. It's wrestling and pals, I guess. I really got to work on the front cell. My back cell's good when we're leaving. It's good. Oh, he can't talk yet. Who can't talk yet? Oh, I can answer that question. Hey, everybody, look, it's hashtag WrestlePal Justin. Justin is, as I'm sure you know, a real man of science. Real man of science. The entire time he's here before the show starts, he doesn't say a word. It's weirdly unnerving. I've gotten used to it. But if you were here in person and you had to sit here with just that total silence, it would get to you after a while. But I've come to take solace into myself, and I'm relaxed and easygoing.
Well,
and he doesn't
I am kind
say
of working.
Shh, quiet. Quiet, dummy. I don't mean it. I really don't mean it. And then the first thing he comes out of his mouth, the angelic. Oh, you got that one. That was good. The angelic real man of science. Here he is, everybody. Hashtag Justin Wilson, the man. That's all. The myth? You want to be a myth? I don't want to be a myth. I want to be real.
That was me in high school. We've done this bit before.
Oh,
I was the myth.
That would be a terrible nickname. That was me in high school. Just showing you old yearbook photos. Hey, look at that. Hey, guess who that guy is? And then you do the same pose. And it's like, you look older, you look fatter, you look balder. I'm just talking to myself now. Oh, hey, everybody. I'm hashtag WrestlePal Nate.
Oh, that's him.
It's the best. All right, look. I wasn't entirely sold on the Dakota Kai music.
Uh-huh.
And then you put it in there, you're like, nah, I'm committing to it. And I'm like, that was a good call, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Justin.
I know what I'm doing occasionally.
You know what you're doing literally all the time. What are we doing?
Can I tell you a couple things real quick?
You absolutely, sir. I am happy to, and excited to hear it.
So guess what happened Sunday?
Yeah, I know. I'm in the text group.
Yeah.
I want you to see
That's
it.
the open invite.
I want you to see on my phone here how many text notifications are on the phone. Because they're all you.
183.
183.
You're welcome.
It's all right. I'm going to get like real lonely one night and I'm going to read it and I'm going to be like, oh, I like these guys. And then I'm going to start messaging y'all at 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, what's cool? You know what's cool?
Dakota bounced.
I talked about getting sad and lonely. She's like, all right.
I'm out of here.
Here you go. Is that what you want? Because here it is. Sad and lonely. That's not like our names. It's not sad. I am. That's totally me. He's angelic and delightful. Corporeal and pleasant.
I don't like any of this.
Ambiguous and unassuming.
I guess.
Yes, exactly. See, he's committed to the character now. It's fantastic. That was believable. Hi, Justin.
Hello? Hashtag Wrestle Party on Sunday.
Hashtag Wrestle Party.
The very first one. We recorded the pre-tapes last Friday.
Uh-huh.
And we recorded...
I'm sure that was goddamn bonkers, man.
Yeah. If you're a patron at Oh Hi Justin, you can already listen to the first one.
Yeah?
I released it like mad early.
Yeah?
Just
Because you're excited. You want to get it out there. I know you.
And so it's just a little bit of fun between myself, Zach Hilton, and Joe Leone.
Was he... Okay. So we had the Zach Hilton character?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. That's terrifying because he's kicked me in the face before.
Yeah.
I sold it
And
because
he'll do it again.
I know he will. Why do you think those doors are closed? I mean, it's not going to stop him, especially when he has that monster Joey Leone following him around. Good Lord.
So it was a little blasty
Jay
blast.
Steele, good guy.
Yeah.
Joey Leone.
I wouldn't say anything bad about him. He's one of the few to listen.
Oh, God, no.
He'll come find you.
I don't know.
Hard work works, man.
That's the most terrifying thing I've ever heard. No, just the concept of hard work. I don't like it. No, sir.
So we did the pre-tapes on Friday, and then we did the actual Wrestle Party watching Royal Rumble 1996 on Sunday.
Now, for those of you who don't know, the Wrestle Party, they're watching the lead-up shows leading into a pay-per-view, so they're getting the full build, and then they're jumping into the pay-per-view and watching it together.
Yep.
And you've decided not to go with anything current. Oh, my voice is cracking.
We can't do that.
No, nor would you want to, because everybody's doing that.
Oh yeah.
So you got to take a moment in time, take a snapshot, a slide of one segment of wrestling history, and really delve into it and enjoy it again. And it's fun, like a party. Some would
I
say.
don't want to give anything away, but I will say Santa Claus is involved.
I don't know that that's necessarily giving anything away. That's a hell of a sell right there. I mean, I'm in.
So you'll see if you subscribe to the Wrestle Pals on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you get your pods, you'll be able to listen to the pre-tapes.
Yeah.
Those are going to be free to the public, but you got to pay.
Out on network TV, yo.
You got to pay to get in to listen to the actual Wrestle Party that releases the same day as the Royal Rumble, actually.
Yeah, don't think of it as pay-per-views. That's the old, outdated model. Get on the subscription model. Patreon.com/ohhijustin. What's the level for the Wrestle Party?
$1.
$1?
Yep.
My God, that seems reasonable.
$1, you get that hashtag Wrestle Party.
Yeah.
You also get everything else that's happening on the Patreon. So, and that's literally everything.
That's the home of WrestlePals, home of Deprogram, home of everything these ghouls. The Oh Hi Justin Daily. It's beyond a pod at this point, Justin. It's weird self-reflection and some therapy.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think it's good
like
for you.
shorter form than
It's also
Project.
Terrifying.
Only I don't delve into the things that you
everything I've ever done should be shorter form. And you know what? Improved 100%. You know what we need of this? A little less. Also, Justin, I'm in.
You know what we need more of, though?
Huh.
Hashtag Nate Appreciation Day.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Happy Nate Appreciation Day, by the way. Did you realize that Christmas landed on a Rusev Day this year?
What?
It landed on a Rusev Day this year.
I have to check my calendar. Hold on.
Also landed on Nate Appreciation Day this year. It was the rare trilogy of holidays all on the same day.
It's weird. What day was Nate Appreciation Day on last year?
It's a Monday.
Yeah, it sucked. Didn't get the day off work. You had to go in. No extra pay.
Hello, Joseph. On the Periscope. Too sweet, brother.
Ooh.
Good to see some stuff happening on the Periscope.
Oh, my goodness. So, the Wrestle Party taken off, and you enjoyed it. You have fun doing it?
I had a blast. I spent my Sunday podding all day, first of all. 5, almost 6 hours of pod.
It's damn crazy, man.
It was only 2 shows. The Wrestle Party.
Yeah.
And then
that was
Deprogrammed.
6. And then Deprogrammed was like a half hour.
No, Deprogrammed was almost 2
not.
with Guns N' Roses.
I forgot. Who's your... sorry to delve into it. Who's your panel, sir?
Okay, so Peter was on the Skype line.
A wealth of knowledge, especially of Guns and or Roses.
And we also had in studio Alfredo Torres.
All right, he's going to talk forever and ever and dominate the conversation. But you know what? Also very insightful and hell of a storyteller.
And
who's there to balance him out?
Fourth mic,
Uh-huh.
Bob France.
That is not balancing out. That is pouring on ever harder and ever more. Good Lord.
poor
How did
Peter.
you survive? Are you okay?
I was fine. Poor Peter. Couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Well, no one else can either.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't come over and taken over this show. Good Lord, you had them in the same room?
It was insane.
That hasn't been allowed since the 90s. Does the state troopers know about this?
Rusev Day.
It is.
And hashtag Nate Appreciation Day.
It's not. No. It's some other Nate. I don't know who. Has there ever
It's
been
this
a
guy.
famous Nate?
There's been plenty, but you're the current famous Nate.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it was also Rusev's birthday yesterday.
It was, dude.
Rusev's birthday,
Uh-huh.
hashtag Nate Appreciation Day,
Uh-huh.
Rusev Day, and
Uh-huh.
Christmas Day.
I like how Christmas gets fourth billing.
Yeah.
Like it's the old vet wrapping up its career.
It's also Jesus Christ's birthday.
Who?
I hear. Who's that dude?
Oh, okay. You want to do it? It's also, I'll do it. Here you go. You want the setup? It's also Jesus' birthday.
Who's that dude?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness, Justin. So, where do you even want to talk about this week? Do you need to talk about the current situation?
No.
What's happening now?
There's a couple things we can delve into, but
Yeah, I like that. I like that plan. I like that idea.
first of all,
Yeah?
hashtag commitment.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, I got to get it in the right light. There we go. There she is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Wilson is legitimately friends with one. What's her name? Gina?
Gianna is her
course.
name.
Of course it is. You see how offended he got? Like he was defending his friend. He's literally friends with one Liv Morgan.
Did you get the update?
What's the update?
So, a couple days ago,
Yes, you know who I work for. I got the update. I've seen the files.
unreal. A couple days ago,
Sir, we'd like to have a chat with you.
you'd like to have a speech with me?
No, I know what happens then.
Yeah, I got news for him.
No, I want news. Keep your news.
So she tweets out last week some point. It's finally Christmas because I'm watching my favorite Christmas movie, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
All right.
It's,
Hey, man,
I
if
prefer
that's,
the Grinch.
if that's what hits for you,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to belittle that.
Because also, Nightmare Before Christmas is kind of my Christmas
Mm-hmm.
movie, too.
Yeah, my favorite Christmas movie? Not that you asked. It's fine. Hudson Hawk.
I also have to see Chuck Brown.
Huh?
I have to see, it's
Okay.
Christmas time.
Okay, that's right. You're more informed. You got all the celebrities on speed dial there, and Charlie Brown has a phone. Chuck Brown. Idiot.
I have to watch that every
So
Christmas.
didn't he run for governor of California? No, that was Jerry Brown. That's different.
So,
Hmm?
she tweets that out. And then
She tweets out that she's going to watch
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Is that one?
The Jim Carrey one.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, it's whatever.
It had some mass market appeal, and
It wasn't a bad movie. It was fine.
Sorry.
It's just weird, like
just being-
expanding on the Grinch story, which was kind of perfect
Yeah.
for really no reason.
All
or
rhymed
whatever.
and stuff. They told Jim Carrey to do some Jim Carrey stuff, and he did some Jim Carrey stuff. It was all right.
Again, it was fine. It's a fine movie. There's nothing really wrong with it. Just not for me.
Hey, anytime I get Christine Baranski, you have no idea who that is. She's amazing. You know exactly who she is. Look her up. Everything she's been in, absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm. So
Except Mamma Mia. That's a piece of shit. Shut up. Oh, wait. No, hold on. Pierce Brosnan, or what's his face, like singing?
Mhm.
Wow. I'm in for that because it's awful. But they're like, that's the best one we got. Go with it. Fuck it.
So she tweets that out, and a couple days later, WWE tweets out a bunch of, like, they did Christmas photo shoots with some of the wrestlers,
As well they should.
and one of them was Riot Squad.
Right?
Like they're destroying Christmas essentially.
Oh, yeah. They eat the cookies. And they're like, these cookies are garbage.
Yeah. Well, man,
Whoosh. Table flipping.
there's also this picture of Liv, to which I promptly yoinked and tweeted at her, "You're a mean one, Liv the Grinch," which she promptly retweets. And then I made her Gram story. She took the picture and she put Liv the Grinch on it and put it on her Instagram story. So she liked it enough that she took it in and inherited it.
Hey, thank you, Justin.
Thanks.
I know your name. Thank you, Justin.
Thanks, Justin.
I'm going to use that.
I'm
I
gonna
like
use
it.
Yeah. So continues to grow.
Yeah, I'm just mad that I'm not that weirdly obsessed on any celebrity.
I wouldn't call it obsession.
Just can you just assign me one, and that'll be my dude?
I've tried.
Who should I go with here?
I thought you were all about some Ginger there for a little bit.
You know, Ginger's great.
Yeah.
But Ginger's got his own thing. Ginger doesn't need I don't think Ginger's all about the fan, but I think Ginger's a little more, about inner peace. I ain't got none
Some
of that.
might call it Shanti.
Who? What are you driving? What?
Maybe Tyler Breeze.
Nope. He's taken already
How about-
by another close friend. Oddly enough,
How about Dango?
he seems busy and a little oily.
Mm-hmm.
There's no debates on that.
Mojo?
I'm good. It seems tiring. Like a good guy, it's just not my fit.
Ryder?
Who?
Ryder?
Who? Has he ever been?
Hawkins.
I don't know.
I don't know. Losing streak?
I don't know. Okay, that fits with my personality and attitude quite well, actually.
Yeah.
Does he like the Mets?
He loves the Mets.
Then he's out. I'm kidding. I don't care.
I was gonna say, what's the big deal? What's wrong with being a Mets fan?
Nobody really cares. Unless you're for Boston.
All right.
Yankees, but you kind of hate the Mets too. I don't know. I'll find someone to obsess on.
It's not obsession.
It was. Look, I'm saying for me,
It's not a tumor.
that's how I live my life, Justin, as a tumor.
Oh. So you got the live update.
And I guess this is news. Ending out the year, Sarah Logan getting married to Ro of the War Raiders, having themselves a traditional Viking wedding.
Hashtag commitment.
I guess.
Yeah.
So Sarah Logan getting married, and of course she has to have the Ride Squad there with her, and they gave Liv a torch, and surprisingly, people survived.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty rough when the leader of something called the Riot Squad, whose name happens to be Ruby Riot, is obviously the most sane one and holding the other ones from committing petty larceny and various crimes. Good for you. She's the dead mom of the worst Girl Scouts ever.
It's a pretty good sell.
It sounds slightly demeaning, but I also feel kind of sorrow for her. It's like, is this what you want? And I kind of get the feeling she'd be like, yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. They are bonded.
Yeah, they've got tattoos for their debuts.
They did.
That rhymed. They could have been in the Grinch. Oh, Justin. So there's your live update. I'll find somebody to obsess over. Maybe Lord Tai Chi. No? No, I think he's obsessed enough on himself. It's fantastic.
Oh, jeez.
What day is it? I didn't miss it? You there, handsome lad. Christ's sake.
There he is.
You love you some Tai Chi, don't you?
We'll get there.
Will we?
Yeah.
How do we get to Tai Chi?
You'll see.
All right, then. I'm
first-
excited. Yes, sir.
9 o'clock.
Hey.
What?
Turn that thing off. Hold on. Why is that not turning off? Okay. Well, forget it then.
Yeah, forget it then.
I see what I did. I'm stupid. There we go.
Oh?
There we
9
go.
o'clock.
I'm going to talk all over it, too.
Daylight.
This is the one thing I want to talk about from the week, though.
Oh, yeah?
What day?
Yeah. First of all, Jenny made us this great meal.
Hello, you there, boy.
And
Yes, you, my good fellow.
mostly
day is
because I
today?
can't monitor it.
It's Rusev Day.
She's been looking for an opportunity to play in Premiere.
Time to celebrate.
Fabulous music.
Rusev Day is not a joke.
It's not a joke.
It's the best line. That wasn't. It's. I don't think she even cut that out and put it in there. It was just lined up. She's like, "Hold on, I got to extend this out a little bit." Yeah, there it is, man. Rusev Day is not a joke,
Yesterday was the happiest of Rusev days.
dude.
It's like the thing that happened this week that of note that really to pull
Weird.
from.
And this was a year where, or this is a set of shows that ended up being pre-taped.
Yeah.
Raw and SmackDown were both pre-taped, so we got a little bit of a spoiler going into it, but that didn't ruin the
Nathan?
surprise. Yes, sir.
People, look, we know people are ridiculous,
Like in this room.
but they really brought out the ridiculous.
Huh?
Remember last year when Raw and SmackDown were live?
Yeah.
Remember like that outroar? Like everybody was, it's outraged. Oh, they got to work on Christmas. Remember that?
Yeah, me too.
Everybody was mad that
Yeah.
that the wrestlers had to work
Uh-huh.
because they were live.
Yeah.
Guess what
I do
happened?
remember that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this year they went the exact opposite direction. So,
You know
obviously,
what? We're going to tape. They listened.
exact opposite to reaction, of course.
Guess what? I can't believe they're not live. I can't believe you taped it. Dur, dur, dur.
They really read out there. How do they spell it there?
D-U-R.
They spelled it really? They spelled it wrong?
Mhm.
Obviously, it's
Dur,
D-E-R-R.
dur, dur.
I like that as a weird bastardization of some sort of weird country Enzo. Dur, dur, dur.
Oh, speaking of marriages, Akira Tozawa got married this afternoon.
He did as well, yes.
Ah. Happiest Rusev Day to him.
And do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband? I do. And do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife? Ha! I don't know, man. I guess that's a yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You may monkey flip the bride.
Dummy. Yeah.
Every time that plays, I want to explain it in full detail as to why I love it so much.
Mhm.
But I've realized I do that every time, so I'm going to let it go.
Hashtag
But now-
Nate Appreciation Day.
But you're welcome. Now I'm going to start explaining that I'm not allowed to explain it.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Just
Rusev wins the U.S. Championship.
Yeah, man, in a fantastic TV match
Yeah.
with a Nakamura that has been, I don't want to say underwhelming because the man works.
Yeah.
He just hasn't had that fit yet. He hasn't had the fit in the main roster WWE style with somebody that it kind of meshes with. Not that he had bad matches with AJ or anything.
Mm-mm.
They were good, but they just weren't quite what everybody was expecting and wanting.
Yeah.
And for some reason, there's some crazy little magic happening between Nak and Rue.
I like those two together.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. Like,
Because there's something to happen. Because I always felt like Rusev weirdly has this kind of not fitting well with most of the main roster because he gets in these like big opportunities. He seems like he gets a little excited. You can tell his pace picks up a little bit, and he's moving faster. And he just yay, and it's great. I love the exuberance, but it throws off what you're used to and what brought him to what he is, that weird dominance, slower paced power game stuff. And then Nakamura has felt weirdly like his pace is a little too slow and you wanted a little more.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow those two kind of meshed very well together.
well, we talked earlier this year about how Rusev, kind of to your point, he hasn't had those matches yet that really go, yeah, he's the guy. You love Rusev.
Yes,
because
I
of
do.
because of the character, because of Rusev Day, because of who he is.
Because
who
he can shave
presents
that
himself.
beard and make sweaters out of it for babies and sell them for thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and those shoulders too. But
He's handsome.
very handsome. We have a very handsome U.S. champion. But he doesn't have those matches. That match at Fastlane with Nakamura in February, I was like, okay,
That's some good stuff. I want to see a build off this.
I want to see something there.
Well, now we're here in December.
Now you're in December, and we're just re-getting that, and it's nice. It's great to see. We've had a couple instances, like he wrestled Daniel Bryan a couple months ago,
Yeah.
and Almas a couple times, where it looks like he meshes well with guys that are smaller than him.
Uh-huh.
So maybe we start leaning into that. Somebody else who can pick up the pace. I don't know. It's an interesting time. I think we're going to be looking at Rusev and Almas before long for the U.S. Championship.
Yeah, a lot of people everybody's like really happy for Rusev, but nobody's thinking like, yeah, this is going to be 10 years of domination.
Yeah.
All right, can't wait for them to put him on another tank. Did Bulgaria have tanks? I don't know. Put him on a tank. He looks good in it.
Did you see Apollo asked for a tank like Rusev had?
No, I didn't.
That was his Christmas wish.
A tank?
Raw.
A tank entrance?
Well, just a tank.
He just wants
'cause
a
he
tank.
wants to flip a tank.
Flip a tank?
Yeah, and he's Apollo Crews, and that's impressive.
That's
I want to give that to him so bad. Like I want him to have something, and he should have that.
just want him to revel in his own acts.
Yeah.
Like do something amazing instead of just being humble or smiley. Just be like, that's impressive.
Yes.
I would look hard camera. That's impressive.
Yes. I want him to take that.
You know, if he fourth wall breaks for no reason, hard cameras every time he does something cool and tells me that that's impressive, I'm very in.
Yeah. Well, that's what he needs.
He's from Stone Mountain, Georgia, you know.
Still running.
Still running, some would say.
He needs to break through. Wait for them to put Lars on SmackDown. Then Rusev will have somebody his size to feud with for a while. I mean, I'll be interested to see him feud with somebody his size. Power versus power never really does it for me. I mean, like in the moment, I can get into it.
Right.
Like Mark Henry and who did he collide with a couple years ago? I mean, this is a long time ago. May have been. Oh, it was E, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
He's one of those good big power dudes.
Yeah.
I want to see E versus Rusev, man.
Sure.
That's a good mesh because there's a difference between the just big dudes wandering around a little bit. They look lost, and what would make Jim Ross very happy? Just two big hosses, just throwing hams at each other.
Yeah,
ain't nothing wrong with that. When it's done well, done right, and you give that slow burn, slow build, that's some fun stuff. But nah, I mean, people have been very happy for Rusev, of course, because why the hell wouldn't you? He's great. And this just further proving the point that holding on to the title and wins and losses, not. I know I made the noise again. Not really the most important thing in the world, man. Because Nakamura did not look bad doing this.
No.
He looks better in a loss than he has in many wins. And no, did anybody get kicked from the D?
No, unfortunately.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next.
He went home and kicked a Santa right in the D.
Good.
He hired a Santa and then kicked him.
One can only hope.
Well, I mean, that one isn't Santa. That's for damn sure. So Rusev looks good in this. Nakamura looks good in this. And looking good in a loss is an amazing thing. That's something SmackDown, I think, understands. It's like, hey, we can have this guy lose, but how do we make him look good in a loss and build something out of it? Ta-da! Welcome to SmackDown.
Here's my favorite part about this, though. Now that there's no guaranteed rematches. I mean, we can have Rusev and Nakamura again, but it's not a guarantee that we're going to get Rusev.
It has to be driven by the story and make sense for it. Nakamura's pissed and it just comes back. Hey, no, you stole that from me. I want that back.
Yeah.
And that can be a very simple story. Roll into it and have a reason. And they both agree on it. Like, yeah. Or if somebody's a bad dude and is like, nah, man. Nah. Nope. Get to the back of the line. Oh, what a dirty, dastardly individual. And you get a feel-good story for the good guy. Like, all right, he's going to have to get back up on his horse and ride to Saint Denis. Sorry. And the bad guy gets to get over on being bad by just denying the good guy the opportunity back at it.
Well, the thing is, you have to hate Nakamura. And to Chris Brown's point, still not a fan of Nakamura as a heel. I think he's lost a ton of momentum as a heel this year. We never really hated him.
Yeah.
Like, I liked his antics.
His weird Knock America thing was awesome.
Yeah, it just didn't get a lot of TV time.
No. And when it did, I was like, I like it.
Yeah. I liked the kicking AJ in the groin. I loved that. That was fun.
Well, not
but
for AJ.
It's
two people that are against it, Santa and AJ Styles.
There should be a reason to not like him. You know what I mean? Like,
I suppose.
And they changed his they changed his music, which, I didn't like because he can't sing along with anymore.
Right.
But, I didn't like for the right reasons.
They took it away from you.
Right. But it still wasn't enough to boo him, really.
No.
So.
Well, I mean.
But now with him paired with Rusev, somebody the universe loves, it is possible we could come out on the other side of this actually hating Nakamura.
Well, I mean, if we stay on that little bit right there, there's part of the ending bit for SmackDown was AJ Styles hitting Vince McMahon after Vince McMahon prods the hell out of him.
Yeah.
And a lot of people saying, hey, oh no, my God, AJ went heel. Did he though?
Everybody always jumps to that. Somebody punches like Bailey. Bailey beat up Sasha. Oh, she went heel.
No, she stood up for herself. And there's a difference in that, and I would hope there's more of that in wrestling, because that's kind of the point, It seems like they're trying to steer away from having, for lack of a better term, dumb faces. Oh gosh, I guess I got to overcome. Oh, I'm just gonna have to sit here and take it, because gosh darn it, I don't know what to do. How will I ever overcome? Okay, I overcame. Yay.
Yay.
And that's the story. Instead, now we're getting a little bit of a, hey, it's okay for them to have a little dirt on them, have a little edge on them, be a little rough around the edges, be tough, be aggressive. And they're not bad things. They're not inherently evil things. It's a competitive sport, a competitive field of entertainment, and you're going to have to perform well on both aspects of it in order to succeed. And you can't just be the aw shucks dude. Aw shucks dude ain't going to get nowhere. But flip side of that, as the faces become a little dirtier, you get a little dirtier, mud on your face. No, okay. The heels get a chance to be not so one-dimensional either. They don't have to be, running from every fight. They don't have to be ducking everybody. They don't have to be just no matter what. This city's bad and you stink. I'm gonna fight you. Not today. It doesn't have to be all that anymore. It could be a little. Yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass. Here we go. Here
we go. I'm hoping, actually, to be honest, we start pulling Nakamura more towards the middle here.
I would like him there. I want him to be a wild card, man.
Because I think, number one, to that point, him as a wild card, where he could kind of attack anybody, works better in his favor.
It's like we don't understand him, like when he talks or when he acts.
Kinshasa could be like the stunner. Like, he could be coming in and just hitting the Kinshasa on like anybody and everybody at any point. But can you imagine?
Stunt granny.
We push Nakamura a little bit towards the middle,
and
then get that Nakamura versus this Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, man.
I'm in. I mean,
and Nakamura style like really falls into that too. Aggressive, strong style. Vicious, nasty, mean. It can work for bad dude, but then his antics are enjoyable and fun to watch. So where does he fit on that spectrum?
Yeah.
Right in the middle's a good place to be. Unfortunately, we've hadn't had a lot of room for a lot of that middle until, I think what did it was I was trying to throw down my like weird ideas for 2018 moments. One of those big moments I hope is changing the WWE attitude towards that. It was the McIntyre promo, that big bad dude promo that made you go, yes, that's a man. I hope that was a tectonic shift as far as what's going to happen, as far as how people are portrayed and how they're written. I don't know. I hope so.
I'm just trying to fix.
I know, but getting back to Rusev, because that's kind of what we offshot of that, kind of all over the place. Just basically a state of wrestling in general as far as the year, and like looking back over the years, some of the stuff that's happened is like that happened this year. That seems like 100 years ago. And Owen fought Brett. It was weird. That was in February of this year. No, Rusev, very happy moment, could be a transitional champion.
Could be.
And a lot of people are like, we love that CN, yo. He's been taking losses, but it always looks good. A couple wins, and he could be right in that title hunt. And hot damn, look what like the NXT title did for him.
Yeah, really.
He said it's like he came out of nowhere and was like, "All right, I'm ready to main event now." And then he was like, "All right, go ahead." And then he was like, "Oh, all right." And then he was like, "Wow, he's main eventing."
Yeah.
Really, it really was that quick. It's like, hey, weren't you a pool boy like 20? Oh, he's good. This is literally the conversation. The entire the DVD commentary of Cien Almas's NXT career was, yeah, I don't know if, he's great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it started, I think he wrestled Aleister Black. And then coming on the other side of that, like he had the run-in with Drew, and then the match with Drew where he hurt Drew was kind of like, okay, well, we need to make this change, and then he ran with it.
Yeah,
do what you got to.
Hey, and look how it worked out for both of them.
Great,
seemed to be okay, almost as if NXT is like, well, all right, well, what we got, we're gonna make it great.
All right, a couple other things to get to from this week before we get into the meat and potatoes. This is both to Chris Brown and Ellie's points here, because Ellie says Finn finally getting some wins on Raw.
Yeah,
Finn is on a little streak here.
All it takes is a couple wins, man. All of a sudden, you get that vibe behind you.
And right now, with them saying that we're the authority, I mean, if we cheer loud enough, Maybe Finn wins the Rumble.
Mm.
Maybe he gets that match with Brock.
I don't know, man.
I mean, it's like I
It's
guess
not out of the realm of possibility now.
Nah. I mean, it also just depends on what happens at Rumble because we got Braun and Brock, which I'm not excited about. It is what it is.
I don't know, man. We'll see what they do.
So Finn getting some wins on SmackDown. The old Club Boys, the Good Brothers, came out last week and they're like, "Hey, man, this is cool. You guys having great matches every week and stuff, but we're pretty great too. We're the legit
We're pretty legit too.
tag team in the world." And then there's a fatal four. Well, no, I'm sorry. It was an 8-man tag.
Mm-hmm.
And getting the big win, the big pinfall,
Mm-hmm.
the Good Brothers.
It's pretty
Look at that.
fantastic, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited
And
for them.
it takes that little bit off the TV for 4 months, and it's like, well, hell, who we got? Let's go show them off.
Yeah.
And it just takes that little bit. Does it hurt the bar?
No.
No.
And they it was the Bar Insanity versus the Usos and the Good Brothers.
Huh?
Nobody comes out bad from it because it was a fun little 8-man tag, and the winners feel elevated into the tag picture now. You had the New Day on commentary too, which I love.
It's never a bad thing, yo.
Number one, they get to entertain, which they're amazing at. Number two, it keeps them in the picture.
Yeah, you've got
In a
8
unique way.
dudes in the ring, and you're not taking away from those 8 to add 3 more.
Right.
You got one match featuring 11 individuals, 5 teams, and Corey Graves.
Who's mad.
no shit.
He was so mad.
Yeah, it's gonna be my favorite thing for the longest time. Was it Tom Phillips who was like, "Why are you sitting so close to me?
Yes. She checked me out.
What are you doing?" It's just so good because you see Graves realize his spatial awareness is like, "Oh, I'm a little close. Oh, I'm sorry." Subtext outwardly is like, "I'm just doing this because I'm gravy." Good Lord.
So I mean, that's what we really needed to talk about from this week in WWE.
What it just and as a continuation of that weird authority is you and an authority is you. Looking back now, I mean, and not that we have a ton of perspective on it, it feels like they just came out and said, "All right, man. Hey, y'all know some of that goodwill that you got?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, can we get a little bit?
Mm.
Yeah, we can. All right. Well, all right, we're going to do, you know how we did stuff before? We're just going to do like pretty much the exact opposite and roll with it. I mean, it's wrestling. I don't want to say it doesn't really matter, but hey, what the hell? Why not, right?
Yeah.
Let's enjoy some of that goodwill. And it's like, fun?
Yeah.
I'm not used to liking the year-end matches. It's like usually like, all right, here comes the 34th Street Brawl.
Yeah. Again, Raw wasn't.
Elias gets a bowling ball. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Raw wasn't amazing, but it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, that's all I really ask for.
Mm.
So, to your point, though, we are coming down to the end of 2018.
Yeah.
This is the very last show of 2018, actually.
What?
Right?
Is it?
Next week will be the 2nd, I believe. Yes, because Monday was the 24th, so next Monday will be the 31st. Tuesday will be the 1st, and Wednesday
Justin,
will be the 2nd.
you could tell me March is next week, and I'd be like, I don't know. Why would Justin lie? He seems like an honorable fella.
So what I wanted to do is kind of like wrap the year up proper.
It's the 2nd.
I believe I just said that. Maybe I didn't.
You did.
It's the 2nd.
Coming.
Hell.
No.
So,
Jesus Christ.
he's here again.
Keeps coming back. But it's just going to be one resurrection. It just keeps coming.
So I thought we could talk about some of the best stuff from the year.
Oh, all right. You just want my garbage joke answers to everything? Because you're going to get them.
As long as you give me real ones, too.
Absolutely.
So let's start with something simple.
All right. Up for debate, we're just throwing stuff out there.
Well, I mean,
We'll throw some contenders out and maybe try to come to a little bit of a consensus.
yeah, and then if you're
by-
watching or listening, let us know.
Yeah, by all means, join in, jump in.
Who's your favorite tag team of 2018? Actually, how about we'll do favorite
Uh-huh.
and best. And Chris Brown says he just read a rumor suggesting where that AJ slap of Vince might lead to.
Oh. Yeah.
All right, so, favorite tag team of the year? Best tag team of the year?
You're just going to hate me.
Why?
I'll start out strong. Because that was this year. Braun and Nicholas. See? This is what happens.
Was
I
that
wrote stuff
favorite-
down. You think it was going to be good?
Favorite or best?
Yeah. No, I don't. No, you know what? No, it wasn't. it was a weird low point, but it definitely damn sure happened this year, didn't it?
Yeah.
Favorite as far as tag teams, I have no reason to really have them be my favorite, but I don't know why, man. They make me happy. Is the Usos?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not one to go like, yeah, that's my jam, yo. Oh boy. But it's just everything they do is impressive, from their promo work to their believability, their credibility, their storyline, as far as their consistency, but then also their ability to turn it off and be actual human beings. Like the stupid little bit with the Naomi, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville with the mistletoe thing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It was fun.
And you know what? They feel like real people, and then the characters don't feel too far off of their real people. And you can see them turn it on and off, and it's okay because they do it with confidence. And then their in-ring is just phenomenal.
So I'm going to take that and flop that.
What's
My
up?
favorite this year,
Uh-huh.
The New Day.
I mean, it's neck and neck.
Yeah.
And neck, because, Kofi's there too. Because this was the year of, as far as New Day goes, E getting weirder, Xavier becoming the strongest mouthpiece of the group, and being the strongest mouthpiece of that group says something.
Yeah, really.
And Kofi being weird. And you know what? I want weird Kofi.
All the time.
Hey, guys, I'm going to go up to the top rope and just fall in a weird way. Just don't let me die. Bye.
So, favorite, now moving the conversation. Okay?
I also happen to throw in there for tag teams. Love them every time I see them. Evil and Sonata.
Yeah.
They just look like the friggin' future of wrestling to me. Every time I see them in singles. They're fantastic, and I want singles success for both of them. But you see them together, it's like, oh, this is great. Love these dudes.
Now, I'm echoing Ellie here because this was exactly what I was thinking.
Yo.
As far as best tag team of the year, I'm going Usos.
Okay.
They were the best tag team this year.
Mm.
My favorite was the New Day, but the Usos were far and away the best tag team
Yeah, I
this
mean,
year.
you can't take it away from them. Because, SmackDown has become the home of tag team wrestling. While still remaining really good overall, they've improved their product by taking this segment and letting it be amazing. I don't know how to explain it other than that. They found that magic balance and respect for all of their characters. Nobody is denigrated at any point. Nobody is pushed way down at any point. Nobody's forgotten about for any reason. They're always there. They're always weirdly in the mix, and it's great.
Do you have best?
Best? You know what? I didn't watch them enough to really go with the best, but as far as marketing and pushing themselves, you can't hate on Young Bucks. You can't hate on the Guerrillas of Destiny, and it just they're built even without watching matches. They've got a buzz around them, and I just hope stuff is made of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got a good feeling about both of their directions right now. And I'm excited for freaking Wrestle Kingdom because we're gonna get all three of those. We're gonna Guerrillas of Destiny, Young Bucks, and Evil and Sonata all in a ring at the same time.
Yeah, that's gonna be good, baby.
I'm hyped for a tag match,
Yeah.
a Japanese tag match where I'm not gonna understand the commentary, but I'm gonna be like, he's getting excited. I'm getting excited.
Yeah. Chris Brown, favorite for him is Rude and Gable, and best is Usos. Why are we not calling them Glorious and Victorious yet?
No, I think we just call them Chad and Bob.
Bob Rude.
It worked for Billy and Chuck. I went Chad Bob.
Chad Bob.
Bob Chad. I went Rusev just to do promos for everybody. Give them very simplistic names. If we could just make it monosyllabic, I don't know what that word means.
Look at these shoulders.
All right, can't not. I'm in space. I see them. What's up?
All right, where do we
Oh,
want to
my
go?
voice is cracking like crazy,
Uh-oh.
dude.
So we just did tag team. Well, we'll go female wrestler, women's wrestler of the year, favorite and best.
Dude. Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite
Mm-hmm.
and best. All right. Oh, no. Oh, okay, it's just that. Well, okay, if I want to go favorite,
Mm-hmm.
all right, I'm gonna go a little bit off kilter here. I've enjoyed her work. I hope they pull her to WWE one day, or NXT UK at the very least. I love Viper, or known as Piper Niven.
Yeah.
All right, I've just found my celebrity obsession. There we go.
She great.
She's great, and she brings a style that is. It isn't just slow plodding like I'm big man style.
Mm-hmm.
She works a larger person style and works it very quick and meshes it well with whoever she's in there with. And I think we've just seen the very beginnings of her. We've just being exposed to her, and she's getting better as everything goes. And man, as her personality and profile build, a little more exposure to the Western audience, man, I think she could be amazing.
Yeah.
As long as they don't make her like full on heel, man, I think she's got a whole package about her, man. I don't know. Shut up.
What?
Yeah, I know. I got it.
I do hope she mixed. I was hoping she would have been already in NXT UK, but
Well, and I look at that when I look at best for this, I'm looking at people that have like weirdly improved and are like on the verge of breakout. Because there's nothing I love more than somebody breaking out.
mm-hmm.
And I feel like she's like right on that cusp in a new women's wrestling world that has a lot of upside, and there's that damn glass ceiling has been taken away.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic time to thrive, dude.
Yeah. So my favorite this year, Nikki Cross.
Oh, wait, you're right. This is how this is gonna go. By the way, he's well researched. I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what I liked, and then he's gonna give me the right answer, and then I'll be like, yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna end up steering a lot towards WWE, but that's because that's what I consume the most of.
Mm-hmm.
So I apologize ahead of time. But Nikki Cross has been my favorite thing about just about anything almost all year. Obviously the last couple of months she's kind of been mostly out.
Yeah,
but still,
they've probably been working that transition to get her towards the main roster.
Yeah, but every time she shows up, between her being like the thread point for the whole Aleister Black storyline, like she pulled the entire roster together. It all hinged on her and her performance.
She runs through the ring, and literally everybody follows behind her in storyline weird dominoes falling as everything comes together.
Yeah.
And then we get a reveal, and she's pivotal to it.
Yeah.
And it could have happened, but it would have been weirdly hackney, like old, like any other wrestling promotion you've ever seen, where it's like, oh, here comes the music and a run in.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the music and another run in. I'm doing promo stuff. What? I've been cut off? Oh no. But nah, she made it seem weirdly natural in her own supernatural way. Also, she said, play with Naki.
Play with Naki.
And
let's play.
She's and she doesn't fall into the realm of well, it's time for me to get made up and show off for the boys or anything either.
Yeah.
It feels like, nah, I'm good and my character ain't doing this, and as a result, far more interesting and fun to enjoy as a performer, and make you more interested. And then when you hear have you heard any interviews with her just being weirdly humble and just?
Oh no, not yet. Actually,
part of me wants to say don't do it, but another part of me is like, do it and be like, oh, what is? Oh, she's a sweetie, man. I hope she gets the best success in the world. I like this lady.
But I do love like the in character stuff, backstage stuff she was doing. Like as far as they would try to set her up for an interview, and she's just like laughing,
knocking stuff over, wandering away,
yeah,
getting in people's faces for no reason.
The best.
Yeah.
So Chris Brown says favorite for him is Charlotte, and the best is Becky.
Look, like this is some obvious choices, but hot damn,
yeah,
that's some.
There's a lot.
Who can really argue there, man?
Yeah, really. Ellie says best was Charlotte, and her favorite is between Becky and Alexa.
Okay.
So again, and then Ellie has another note. Shayna is the best NXT female wrestler.
Ooh, and just like I was freaking digging on Viper or Piper Niven, Shayna is like I don't fit the women's wrestler mold. I am a wrestler, and she's still damn new, and damn good.
Yeah,
it's been ridiculous watching just. And Rousey's name hasn't even popped up in there, but it's like, I don't know if you know, she debuted like a few months ago.
Yeah, you could. If somebody said Rousey, I wouldn't be like, you're stupid.
Because the buzz about their Rousey and Natty match from Monday was apparently like everyone has been their criticism, and the only thing people are going to criticize something. They're always going to try to find something.
Yep.
Criticism of Rousey, well, those matches have been way over rehearsed. I don't know how she could really wrestle. But apparently the Natty Ronda match is like pretty much called in the ring.
Ooh.
And
hey, there's parts where you could tell like they were communicating, but I hate people who pick on that. Like, I mean, I get it.
People are gonna bitch about something. If that's how deep you have to dig to find something to hate, man, you suck.
But it's because you're looking for that. We're grown people watching professional wrestling still, and we know it's a work.
Yeah,
maybe you should back off a little if that's how far you're getting. I get it. You know, sometimes they're like shouting it, and
people
it
gotta
takes
hate,
you
man.
out. But come on,
people gotta hate, and if that's how deep you gotta dig, yeah, man, Becky's transcendent of just women's wrestling, and there's a lot of people that are like, we can do that,
yeah,
and have decided, all right, we're gonna do that,
yeah,
it's gonna be good.
So. My favorite was Nikki. Best. Who was the best women's wrestler this year?
For just eyes being brought to it, man, Becky's hard to argue with.
It's hard to argue against. Very hard.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, you can go Charlotte because that had to be that first foil for Becky, and Rousey's there too, and falling right in line. She's gonna help elevate the game to a new place, man.
I could make a case for Tessa Blanchard, because she's wrestling everybody,
and she's one that feels like, not like she's not going super indie, mind you, but she could have signed and been just another generational superstar WWE. I get a feeling she kind of wanted to go. I gotta go be me for a minute. I got to go work my craft. I got to go do things I'm not going to be allowed to do there, and I want to do it well.
Yeah.
I'm looking to fight wrestlers.
Yeah.
And she's out there fighting wrestlers. Gender be damned.
Yep. But I think I have to agree, Becky.
It's like, dude, man, come on.
But we'll get to that later.
The main eventing for no reason.
Yeah.
Other than she great.
Male wrestler of the year.
Male wrestler of the year.
So we're going to go favorite first, and then best.
It's weird because a lot of the wrestlers you have to think of in pairs because it's like, hey, who made who?
Yeah.
And that leads into like matches of the year and whatnot. When we talk about individual standouts, talk about somebody that could stand on their own, their charisma lifts them up above the fray, and they could stand in there with anybody, and it's more about them, but they can be them and build with somebody else. It's going to sound a little weird. I'm going to go Velveteen Dream, man.
I agree.
Because
it's definitely my favorite.
What is he, 14 years old?
He's still young. 21, 22? He's young.
I think he was either 22 or 23.
Yeah.
So probably in the midst of both of our ill knowledge. He's probably
young.
22.
He is young. He has mastered that character.
And you could tell he's a student of not just wrestling, but wrestling history. Just in how he incorporates other things in it, you can tell he's a damn geek, yo.
Yeah, he brought Hulk Hogan into one of his matches. Like, he incorporated Hulk Hogan stuff. I mean,
and modernized it and made it his own.
Yes.
Like, how does one do this?
A guy like him who can get around the ring. That's amazing.
And he's one of those guys that you look at and they would be fantastic, and they have all the talent in the world. And then you go to charisma time, and it's like, all right, okay, we can work with this. But apparently he's just that talented on that level as well.
He oozes charisma. He's stellar on the microphone.
He takes losses in stride, man.
Yeah.
And he's
And
one of
that
those
is
dudes
so
that
important.
looks good losing.
Mm-hmm. Because you think about a lot of his big matches, he hasn't won them.
Yeah.
Most of his big matches, he hasn't won them.
Yeah.
But he's still like the talk of the industry.
Yeah. Him and the whole Aleister Black thing, he didn't want to win a match. He wanted him to say his name and get some respect.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's important. That is important to be able to have. Chris Brown said his favorite is Seth Rollins and his best was Seth Rollins. So both of us say Velveteen Dream as our favorite.
As part of the Seth Rollins, though, I feel he got weirdly kind of sidetracked with that Shield reunion. I think he was on his way to being babyface of the century. Naturally built babyface.
Yep.
That babyface with that edge on him.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's so impossible to come across somebody that you can just universally get cheered. And that first Intercontinental run before he ran up against Ziggler and McIntyre, on fire.
Yeah.
Dream does have one negative, though. He's a magnet for locker room heat because he's unfiltered on Twitter. Okay.
Well, who was that? I forget who it was. One of the... it might have been a Big Show interview not too long ago. He's talking about one of the big things that he sees as not necessarily a problem, but what's different in the locker rooms today is like everybody's really nice.
Yeah.
Nobody's kind of an a-hole and looking out for themselves, and sometimes you need that a little bit. And I don't know, man. That might be
Hashtag call Dream up.
that might be a little bit of a dream going, I'm gonna look out for myself.
Yeah.
As long as he's not, blatantly disrespecting somebody to their face or being garbage or overstepping his bounds.
He deletes tweets too. I mean, I know screenshots are forever.
Is that part of the character though?
I think so. I think it's a little bit. But Corbin's a little unfiltered on Twitter. Owens usually is pretty unfiltered on Twitter.
Yeah, he's gonna fight Elton John for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Yeah. So best of 2018. You want me to go to first?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me what you got. See if I can work off of there.
I think the best of this year was Johnny Gargano.
Oh, for Christ's sake, yeah.
I mean, he's able to work with anybody and everybody.
Because I got to tell you, that was going to be my answer to favorite match of the year was going to be and who did Johnny Gargano fight in?
Yeah.
Because there was a weird thing with Tomato. God damn it! I'm literally
Tomato
calling
Champs.
him Tomato Champs now.
That's his name.
With Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano, there's is the magic just between these two? And then they each kind of went their separate ways. And with this last week's NXT, you see a weird coming back together of them. They can go their separate ways, have amazing feuds, and be charismatic as all get out, and carry a feud by themselves.
Yeah.
Now, I think Ciampa's a little better at it, but he's coming from a realm of being an unpredictable a-hole.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano tells a little bit more story with the personality and character. The weird kind of half-assed Joker reference in the one promo was a little all right, easy there, kiddo, calm down, but made it work, man. Yeah. And all I want is for people to believe what they say.
Yes.
And I get a feeling he's weirdly conflicted, and he believes it, and that's a remarkably hard thing to convey. Oh yeah, and then he gets in the ring. Good Lord. Good Lord.
So you can add Corey Graves to the Unfiltered on Twitter as well. Yes, absolutely.
Gravy.
Ellie, best is between Tomato Champs, Kenny Omega, Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes.
See, again, you talk about Omega there. I feel Omega is better because of the competition that he's had. Is he great on his own? Absolutely. Is he better with good people? Yeah. But as far as standing on their own, I think Gargano takes that title, man, because he's proven it with who all has he had feuds with? He has Tommaso Ciampa. He's had Aleister Black.
He had a mini feud with Dream. Let's see. I don't know that there's many. He had this year too was Almas.
And Almas, Jesus Christ,
leading into Ciampa.
Yeah, and Omega. Just one of my match now.
Coinciding with
okay,
Ciampa.
go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, let's go match. Let's go match next. So we did tag team
there we
female
go.
male match. So favorite match and then best match.
Oh man, as far as which one, where do you want to start with? Which gender and or tag team match?
We'll just match. Period.
Favorite match? Oh God, you got to correct me if this is it, because I'm terrible about time space relationship.
Mhm.
When was the Usos New Day Hell in the Cell?
That was last year.
God damn it!
Yeah, 2017.
All right then, that Gargano and Almas, or the Gargano and Ciampa unsanctioned.
Mm.
Either one of those. Which one was it where Ciampa threw the ring?
I think that was
That
not New
was
Orleans, but
Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah.
That was amazing and led directly into New Orleans. And by the time New Orleans came around, I kind of started getting that, have we seen this enough? And then it was like, no, and just every little, the subtleties around the unsanctioned one, the like, all right, the show's over. All right, here's this match, but we ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah. That was New Orleans, right? The unsanctioned?
I believe so.
Yeah.
That was something special.
Yeah.
And, God damn it. Can I throw out a couple more contenders? I hate to be like NXT heavy here, but that's where all this stuff was. The Ciampa and Dream match was amazing.
God, yeah.
And then the other one, which covers a lot of dudes, that North American ladder match,
Oh, yeah.
the 6-man ladder match, which showed off a lot of good dudes doing a lot of good stuff, and something that should have been just a cluster ended up being a showcase. Fun stuff.
Let's see. I think for favorite match of the year. Ooh. This one's always the toughest, if you ask me, because I've seen a lot. Favorite match of the year. Okay. I think it may be for both too. Charlotte and Becky, Last Man Standing.
Okay, look, I'm not going to argue with it.
Mm-hmm.
But there was something extra special about that. If anything, I'm getting behind you on this.
Mm-hmm.
We had the three-way with the Charlotte, Becky, and Asuka, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Fantastic,
Mm-hmm.
right? But that gets into what ends up being a weird multi-man toys match.
Yeah.
You end up with some dude laying out for a while, and then they come back, and then they kind of weirdly pair off, and you get a singles match, singles match, singles match, singles match, singles match, single match, all, and then a couple 3-man spots, and then everybody laying down for a little while. You get that kind of stuff. That Last Man Standing with Becky and Charlotte was just two individuals carrying it the entire time. And I feel
Story
like
driven.
I feel like a lot of time with any sort of the gimmicky matches, there ends up being a whole lot of either downtime that doesn't really serve a purpose or advance or build attention. But with the Last Man Standing match, it's all goddamn tension anytime anybody's down.
Yeah.
Or we end up with a lot of weirdly uncomfortable long time of like setting up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like a lot of times setting up stuff.
Yeah.
But they made everything feel quick, dangerous, and everything was well-timed, had purpose, didn't feel like there were downtimes. Anytime there was downtime or rest time, it was to build tension, and it did. And that was I think, the far superior. No knock against Asuka, because that was an amazing match too, and a well-deserved victory. But that one-on-one Last Man Standing match, that's got some stuff to it, man.
All right, so real quick, Ellie's favorite male superstars this year. Finn Balor, Gargano, right. Aleister Black, and Will Ospreay, and Jericho. And then match of the year, she picks Asuka and Charlotte from Mania.
You can't hate on that too.
You can't.
There was a fun build into that.
So those are the favorite matches.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot of Braun, not a lot of Brock being mentioned.
Yeah.
Weird, huh?
Best match of the year.
Oh man. Damn.
Let's see. Ellie's best match of the year is Ciampa versus Gargano, Last Man Standing.
Okay. As far as best match, you don't want to be like a follower and say it, but the saga with Omega and Okada. It's almost like I hope that stuff's like documented for history.
Yeah.
It's different. It's slower. It builds a lot longer, but it's like a good book, man. It's worth it. And if you put the time into it, watching New Japan long form wrestling is reading the book.
Yeah.
Watching WWE is watching the movie. Both are good in their own ways, but sometimes there's something a little more rewarding about putting that time in. And then you also get to be a little snobby, like, I watched the show. Which I feel that way when I say it, but you know how they said the Omega Okada matches were good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They're really good.
I'm gonna kind of follow your lead here,
Uh-huh.
mostly because all my answers have been WWE so far.
Mhm.
And I don't know that this was necessarily the best of the year, but I feel like it has to get mentioned in the rest of our conversation. There's nowhere to put it.
Right.
Okada and Skrull from All In.
Okay.
I think that's a really important match in firstly for the year,
Mm-hmm.
and it's setting up for next year. More importantly,
Yeah.
because it looks like Marty may be all on his own, and he needed that.
He needed a little bit of a, for lack of a better term, a little bit of a rub, man.
He needed
A little bit of a, hey, this guy can be taken seriously as a main eventer, and should be. He isn't just charisma; he's got ability too, and he can tell a story in the ring as well as outside.
2018 was a hell of a year for wrestling.
Like
I don't think there's a definitive answer for match. Period.
Well, I think, yeah, Omega and Okada set a bar as far as wrestling.
Yeah.
Ciampa and Gargano set bars as far as storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Almas and Gargano set a different bar for a combination between the storytelling and in ring.
And the bar, the bar.
The bar.
The
When I say the bar, I only I mention this every time too. I only think of Xavier Woods saying the bar and Kofi in the back, bar. You can just hear their mouths getting wide. Bar. Bar. They sound like how melting candles would sound talking. Bar. It's the best.
Mm-hmm. So we've had tag team, we've had match, we've had female superstar, male superstar, right? So let's move. Let's see. As far as favorite, how about Jericho's Wrestle Kingdom match from earlier this year? Jericho and Omega. That was Wrestle Kingdom. It's hard to believe.
Jesus Christ, was that this year?
Yeah.
When was Jericho and Naito?
Like
that
Dominion.
street match. God damn.
Yeah.
I can't believe this has already been like a year has already happened. Like
Yeah.
Wrestle Kingdom is like Jesus, it's just a week and a couple days away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Jericho, who should be, I don't want to say should be retired. I'm never going to say anything to that. But this is a time in life when everyone's usually like, all right, I'll do a little fun stuff. No, he's like, I'm going to go do some of the best work of my career. Here we go.
Well, just let loose.
I'll just reinvent myself again.
Yeah.
Seems to be a thing only I can do. Well done.
Yeah. So
He's not mayor of Knox County, though.
Yeah, right. Feud of the year.
Dude.
Favorite feud, best feud. I think they're one and the same for me this one.
I'm trying to think of joke answers for it. You want to know what I feel? I feel this is something that we haven't tapped into yet, but I feel it's going to break through anytime now, and I hope it does.
Mm-hmm.
Just basically Joe versus the world. Joe is canned heat, man.
Yes.
He's like, I got 2 weeks to build a program. Hold on, give me a minute.
Yeah,
I got you. How quick? What's your turnaround? 2 weeks. Done.
that Great Balls of Fire feud. I always go back to that with Brock.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one of the most interested I've been in a Brock match. Like
Yeah, because
ever
like,
in the
oh
last
my
couple
God,
years.
they're gonna have Joe do it.
yeah,
Gonna have Joe do it. Is Joe with the whole the bedtime stories with AJ?
oh my God, so good.
Wendy
And currently with
save me a plate. Oh, fuck! Oh, he's canned heat, dude.
currently with Jeff.
And you know what? He's doing something special for Jeff too.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff is a little odd for a promo, and I don't really care for it usually. But he's bringing some fire out of Jeff,
Yeah.
and he's acting like he's getting burned by that fire too.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff came, hey, well, you ain't won a title. Jeff. To which Joe was like, I'm fine. Everything's fine over here.
Yeah.
Bye. Injured.
Oh, that has been an issue for him,
Nah,
unfortunately.
I think he's going to have some breakthroughs out. So as far as feud, Joe versus the world is my favorite. Because, like, who's Joe with? All right, how's he going to make... Damn it, made it work. Love it.
Favorite feud for Chris Brown, McIntyre, and Balor. Best feud, Ciampa, Gargano. That's my answer for both. Favorite and best.
The story...
Because it's still
Ciampa-
happening, technically.
The story for Ciampa Gargano, they started way back in the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah. It started even before that.
And every iteration of the story, you keep thinking, how can they do more with this, and then they do more with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the end of the cage match this past week, with Ciampa being very well shown as like a puppet master who's drawn the incomparable, or not comparable, is in, for Christ's sake, unable to be incorruptible. That's a word probably.
Yeah.
The incorruptible Johnny Gargano having a little bit of dirt on him and then being dragged through the mud and then standing up as a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that on his own.
No.
He did that at the behest of one Tomato Champs. Ooh. Okay.
Ellie agrees Ciampa Gargano. I think that, honestly, I think that's unanimous. Like,
who else is there, man?
I mean, there's been Joe and AJ was really, really good.
Brock versus promos.
Bork Laser.
Bork Laser.
Braun and Owens was kind of fun.
That's, you know what? It would have been fun if they didn't show that clip of the car flipping over 4 weeks in a row. And have Owens say, he's looking like he's going to eat me. You could tell that was force-fed to him, which is weird because it's force-fed line of he's going to eat me.
I think the only other contender is Lynch and Flair.
And that's still fresh and new.
Yeah.
With and it's going to be, just like we have Joe versus the world, I think we're going to have Becky versus the world, man.
Yep.
Line them up. I'm going to slap their heads off.
I'll slap the heads off you dopes. The best.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her.
Dopes. Like, okay, that was the beauty of, and Austin ends up being the prototype for all of this. Taking a totally G-rated word and making it PG as all get out, and then, but sound incredible doing it. You piece of trash. That is like, if you said that on the playground, that's not even a playground insult. If you said that on the playground, you'd be like, come on, man. Shut up. Yeah, piece of trash. Becky's in there saying, I'll slap the heads off of those dopes.
Beautiful.
Dope? Who says dope? The man.
This is how that's how we'll close it out, Chris,
Yeah,
when we get
what's
there. He asks, what's the one feud you want to see the most going to the new year? We'll bring that at the end. So we've done tag team match, female, male. We've done feud, right? Let's do most improved here. Who's been your favorite most improved wrestler? I think we don't need to do favorite and best here. Just who's your most improved?
Man. Okay. That's my favorite thing. I like people coming up out of nowhere or being that 10-year overnight sensation.
Yeah.
Is my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's hard to hate and not put Rousey into that conversation. She debuted in April.
She debuted in April in a main event program.
Yeah.
Because WrestleMania is multi-main events. I don't care what anybody says.
They're all kind of main events.
Yeah.
In a way.
But she wrestled with one Hall of Famer on her team and two future Hall of Famers across the ring from her. That was her debut at WrestleMania.
Oof.
That's big.
And didn't get shook.
She didn't get shook. She held her own, and she's steadily improved since then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it sounds weird because she's the Raw champ, but you could easily make a case for most improved. Christopher Brown, most improved for me has to be Gable compared to where he was this time last year. Okay. Everybody knows my answer. And it's legit. It's not just because I heard her.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's Liv Morgan. She's been the most improved.
Here's the thing about that answer, Justin.
I heard you, Liv.
I can't disagree.
Yeah.
You could definitely make a case for it because, dude, she maximizes screen time. All three of them do. And her more, I hate to say it, her more than the other two. Not that I'm comparing them because they're working cohesively as a unit.
Yep.
She's not abandoning the unit to put herself over.
No.
And but she's also standing out as an individual.
Yep.
And then it's like, table bump, will do.
Yep.
I'm going to make it gruesome. Why?
Because
I want to.
Yeah. She great.
Who else would it be improved?
I heard Liv.
I know you do.
Ellie says Drew. Drew McIntyre's her most improved.
That's hard to argue with as well.
Man, he great.
Yeah, he came out with that. I've never used fire as an adjective in this manner.
Mm-hmm.
That fire promo, like, I don't feel anything about that was scripted, or if it was scripted, he said, "I'm back. I'm going to do what I want.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to show you that I am right." Almost feels like he has that attitude a little bit, and yeah, that's a whole lot of not bad. Case could be made probably for. I feel she's redefining the women's division in NXT is Shayna Baszler.
Yeah,
because I mean she hasn't been around all that long either, and we just had the I guess the TV debut of what are their names? The other two horsewomen.
Oh,
Jessamine Duke and
Marina Shafir.
Yeah, and they had a tag match with Io Shirai and Dakota Kai.
Yeah,
and they held their own.
Yep.
It was good.
Yep.
They lost like they should because they're kind of the rookies here, and they don't need to build up, especially against who should be your top faces in the women's division down there, but still looked capable. And you can't hate with that.
I don't know.
Okay. I thought it said Chach. I was like, oh, man, I'd love to see some Chach. He had the shoulder surgery, didn't he?
Several of them, I feel.
Oh,
Poor guy.
He lives in a dumpster.
Oh, yeah. Homeless luchador.
Why Richmond? Well, come south. You
Uh,
got better dumpsters. I hear there's this dumpster in a Chili's down in Vero Beach, Florida. Very nice.
Very nice. Wrestler that got put on your radar in 2018. Somebody who you may have known existed. But
that it just popped up and like, whoa, where the hell did this come from? Ishii, Stone Pitbull, and it's like when you look as an outsider looking at New Japan, it looks like, okay, there's your mid card guys. I don't need to care about that. And it's like all of a sudden it's like through the G1 and thereafter it's like, whoa, dude, this is a savage bastard. This is great. I like him. And then you get also. As someone that didn't really follow New Japan a whole lot until probably, not that I followed a lot during the last year, but it's on my radar. I hadn't been really exposed to, I'm going to call him Mr. And then I'm going to put Sir in the end, Mr. Minoru Suzuki.
Ooh.
Sir.
Yes.
Granted, I know he's been wrestling for 114 years.
Yeah.
But scary stuff. I'm getting more exposed to the, for lack of a better term, mid card over there. And it's great. And the other one, I fell in love, Justin.
Yeah?
Hiromu.
Yeah.
And I hope he comes back.
I know, taking time on.
I hope he comes back because he was doing some fun stuff. Yeah. But he's left that room for another one's also. I'm just listing New Japan stars, and he's left room for Kushida to really step up. And
Kushida great too.
Yeah,
he's no time bomb.
Yes, but he'll also politely talk shit to Seth Rollins on Twitter. It's like, hey, I'm doing that move you used to do. To which Seth Rollins like, nah. And he's like, yeah, but I'm renaming it. So is that cool? To which Seth Rollins like, not really. To which he's like, thank you. It's the best. Also, Kojima and the Bread Club.
Okay,
I'm done.
Ellie says Will Ospreay, and Chris Brown says Punishment Martinez. My answer, of course, Tai Chi. For fuck's sake. What? He great. I love Tai Chi
because he's a weird cartoon character in a realm. He's literally the personification of 80s anime, but as though he were personified in the 80s and then allowed to age very well from the 80s till today and then exist as a human.
I love him.
I know you do.
He's great.
I know you do. But I mean, you also can't hate on any of the UK dudes that have popped up on the radar.
Yeah.
This has been the year of your Oni rules, man.
Oni effing rules.
Okay. We could just literally name everybody that's awesome. Everybody that have popped up on the radar because it's
been
a ton
popped
of
up
them.
on my radar like last year before though. So,
okay. Do you have any? I mean, we've gone through a lot of best. Do you have any words, or do you have moments that stand out to you that were the moments of?
I don't know if you read my list.
I did. I'm segueing seamlessly. It's amazing. Watch this. Hey, Justin, you ever heard of moments? Those are like times. Yeah, it's okay. I like this better now. Moments.
We could do a worse. We can do favorite, worst, best for moment.
Best worst?
Maybe. Ellie says Matt Riddle. I'm in the middle of listening to that interview with him with ENC last week.
Somebody described his theme music as the intro to a Grand Theft Auto DLC, and I was like, that's freaking perfect. And it made me like him a little bit, but then also get weirdly more creeped out. Like,
it's the best and worst at the same time.
It's the best worst. You are the worst best I've ever seen.
Bro.
Shut up. And then right into Grand Theft Auto music.
Yeah. So your favorite moment of the year?
I don't know, man. Have we had like a feel-good moment of the year?
Plenty. I think I'm going to go for my favorite.
Yeah.
The when Joey Ryan comes back from the dead at All In.
All right. You know what? That was a good moment, just in wrestling in general. The fact that they proved that, hey, we can just do a show.
Mm-hmm.
And it may lead to something amazing, or it may be a failure, but they can't say they didn't try.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that might be a monumental shift in the world of wrestling, proving that, hey, man, if these independent contractors get together, they can have a hell of a company in and of themselves.
Mm-hmm. Favorite moment?
I wrote down nothing but bad things.
All right. Well, what was your worst moment?
No, I mean, I don't mean as far as as far as the moment that stood out, that Becky Bloody in the audience with her arms out thing.
God, yeah.
Was an iconic just a picture. Anytime you can show a still frame of something and it sums up a moment, like I think in their WWE show, what's it called? Snapshots or something like that. Photo shoot.
Yeah.
Where they show like an iconic picture of a moment in time, and you see those pictures, you're like, I remember everything about everything leading up to that, and then you hear the superstar. On
the super station.
We just need a clock that says 6:05 behind us at all times. And they're able to tell you everything that led up to it, how much that meant to them, and what it meant to their career. I really feel like that was one of those moments. It can very well be one of those moments for Becky, as just an iconic photo. And we can look back at the picture that ends up standing out to me the most during one of those photo shoot things was the Scott Hall as Razor won the titles.
Yeah,
and he talks about how
Sean was
like, get up there, take your moment, kid. Yeah.
Because he was going to just, like, come back down. He's like, nah, stay up there.
Yeah. Soak it in, man.
Yeah. Ellie says, or I'm sorry, Chris says, favorite moment of the year, watching Ronda trying to rip Stephanie's arm out of its socket at WrestleMania.
Okay. I've got a moment that was this was the year of the return of Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
Cried at the retirement. Don't cry at wrestling. That's ridiculous. Then he comes back and he gives that speech.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. What do you want me to say? You want me to cry? I can. Watch.
Go ahead.
It's going to take me a minute. Hold on.
All right.
Punch me really hard.
No.
Please don't. Thank you.
Not going to happen. Ellie says Becky turning on Charlotte at SummerSlam was my favorite, and her best was Dean going heel. That was a hell of a moment.
Yeah.
Roman's got cancer, and now Dean's like, yeah, fuck you.
I'm torn where to place that as a moment. Not the Dean part, but the Roman part.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if that's going to end up being a best or worst moment. It was very real moments.
Very real moment.
And it was a moment where we could say, hey, let's pull back the curtains. And he very, very strongly did that. I got a feeling they were like, you say what you want, man. Hey, you can do what you want. And my name's Joe. What the what? It's like, well, okay. I can roll with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. In the overall picture, so I got a feeling he'll be back.
Yeah, I hope so.
And this could be an amazing moment for him. And I hope he takes his time with it, gets well, and I hope he's able to... I don't want him to garner sympathy, but I want people to realize that they missed him and that he is important.
Yeah.
And he has a place in this world. And we've gotten to where we are because of a lot of what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he's weirdly missing out on some of the best potential right now with the whole hey, okay, you know what, we may need to change our ways a little bit kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
Which could leave an opportunity for him. And especially if we get into an era where the faces get a little more dirt on him. Ooh, it could be ripe when he comes back. And this could end up being a pivotal moment in wrestling. And I think it was good overall just because we got to have a moment where it's like, hey, everybody, gather around. Please don't forget that these are real people.
Yeah.
And they love what they do, and they love doing it for you. So,
Be humans.
hey, man. And everybody, even the jerks were like,
Oh, man.
okay.
Yeah. Ellie says Cody winning the NWA World Title.
That was a
this year,
hell of a fun moment.
Yeah. I think for my best moment, I'm going to go all the way back to the Rumble. Nakamura winning.
It was a good feeling.
Like that feeling when he won. And I was like, what? What? The guy I wanted to win won.
Uh-huh.
And again, it's those moments where you remember why you're a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it, is it renewed my faith that early in the year.
A whole lot of wrestling is making you wait for something and making you want to tune back in to hope you get what you want. And you don't often get what you want, or you don't get what you want without it having some new direction that it goes into. That was a moment in time where it was like it wasn't even, yay, he won, or I like him. It was kind of a, my guy won.
Yeah.
And
he's going to wrestle the guy I want him to wrestle.
Yeah.
It was like all the pieces came together now. You know, what came of it, not great, but it was decent. But in that moment,
it built to that last man standing match.
I was like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. So it was very rewarding. Now, worst.
Oh, well, one more good moment, and I guess we kind of mentioned that as well. The idea that All In can exist.
Yes. Yeah.
And the Jerry Crew's fine.
All In can live as a moment on its own. Just the idea that it came to be, it formulated, and it happened.
Right.
And it looks like it may evolve into something else. Like that's it. It was a very super important piece of professional wrestling history. Mm-hmm. So yes.
And if it ends up a footnote, hey, still cool.
Yeah.
If it ends up being a pivotal moment, a touchstone moment, also cool.
Mm-hmm. Worst.
Garbage? I'm going to go back to cancer again.
Oh.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
We just started to love you, and then, okay, bye. And the other weird, sad, rough things. I mean, an easy thing to go to is passings, people that died.
Right.
Because this year we had Bruno.
Yeah.
Which, a little older than our generation, but we understood the significance of it. Mm-hmm. And then to see it touch some of our more seasoned, our seasoned friends, dudes. I miss him. He's nice. Beside the point. Vader passed this year too.
Yeah.
After a weird long thing of like, nah, he's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Even I was like that. He said he was gonna die like a. And we also had Nikolai Volkov, and that one's sad for me. That feels like my generation of stuff. And also Anvil passing as well.
Yeah.
And a number of other ones on the list there too. But sorry, Big Bully Busick. Just because I have his mustache doesn't mean. Never mind. It's fine. But the other weird things that happened this year, and there were 3 of them that touched me that I feel are gonna be weirdly important in the long run, and because I think we had the end of the Enzo debacle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where I think it sets a good tone for the locker room. Honestly, sometimes you need a bad moment to point out bad behavior and weed it out elsewhere. It's like hey. I don't give a damn if you got a championship, or I don't give a damn if an entire show is pretty much resting on your shoulders at the moment.
Don't be shitty.
If you're an awful human being in this moment in time,
yeah,
or I'm gonna leave the or in there. You don't handle things the proper way. We're done.
I mean,
beat it, man.
Cass as well. Same year.
Cass as well.
He was feuding with Daniel Bryan. Like you could tell they had something in store for him this
and then
year.
It's just done.
Just gone.
And it was a weird thing because they had that a moment not too long ago where And apparently it came out that those two really didn't get along all that great after kind of the breakup and the split a little bit. And then Cass had like a seizure at an indie show. And there was a lot of guff over the one place was like trying real hard to get pictures up of him having the seizure. It's like, come on, man. Jesus Christ.
That's awful.
But then first thing that happens is Enzo's out there, trying to support his friend. Hey, if we had a dime for every time we didn't get back up, I forget how the thing goes. We'd have 0 dimes, whatever. And then another little like Instagram thing of apparently the two of them kind of hanging out. And just a video was on Enzo just listing off places where they would be going, and you hear definitively Cass's voice. How you doing?
Yeah.
Over in the other seat.
Yeah.
As they're gonna go get food as friends.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? I hope in the long run they end up okay. But man, that Enzo debacle ends up being, I think, a good thing to clean up a lot of. I think it'll be good in the long run to curb a lot of garbage behavior. To a locker room that already feels cleaner and nicer and friendlier than it has at any point in history. Other weird things. Okay, well, let's go to the saddest one first. We had the Paige's official retirement this year.
Yeah.
To which we were like, Jesus, she's so young. She has so much career ahead of her.
Yeah.
And then she's entered into the pantheon of SmackDown general managers.
Yeah.
Raw general managers, no one gives a damn. They come, they go, who gives a damn? SmackDown general managers?
It's a tag team match, player.
Yeah.
You're going to go one-on-one with The Undertaker.
Excuse me. This is the pantheon. That's what you want to be. You don't want to be Raw general manager because someone's going to yell at you and you're going to get fired.
Yeah.
You're going to have to fight a monster and you're going to lose. Sorry, I'm dying now. Oh, wow, there it went. But Paige did a fantastic job, and she was a good figurehead, and she advanced stories very well.
She was
without
tremendous.
making it about herself. And they had a weird kind of this new era of McManishness. They've said Paige is going to have a different role now. It's not this one. Bye.
Yeah. God, that bums me out. Again, I hate that SmackDown gets dragged into Raw's garbage.
Yeah, but you know what? SmackDown makes the best of every bad situation they're ever given.
Yeah.
And it's going to be good. And the other last little bit of weirdness, hey, where's Austin Aries at?
Yeah. Well, I think...
Remember when he no-sold to finish?
Yeah.
And walked out?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, wow, I wonder if this is part of a bigger...
It's a work. Well, if it's a work, it's a really, really long-term one.
No. It's a dick. Bye. And the other side of that, I feel like it's a weird... Like the two sides of that coin. The other side is Pac.
Yeah.
Saying, no, I want to go wrestle on my own terms. And he is. And we're back, you shits. And, yeah. But those are some weird moments that stood out to me to see.
Was
Excuse
Extreme
me for
Rules
snorting
the
in the
one
mic.
with Rollins and Rollins? Yeah, Extreme Rules was Rollins and Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship, right?
Were they opening the card?
No, they were the main, and people were shitting all over it.
Something about
that crowd. That's my worst moment.
that.
Even though Backlash was not good. If I don't remember what it was, Joe and Roman was the main. Yeah, that was not a good call. There was I remember a match or two being okay, but most of that pay-per-view was not great.
Yeah. Well, they've had some moments, man. But overall, do you think this was a good year for wrestling?
Yeah. Got more shit to cover, man.
Yeah.
You trying to get away from this conversation?
No, not at all. I'm just done with my notes, yo.
Moments. All right, so we've done tag team match, female, male, most improved, on the radar, feud, moment. How about event of the year?
You know what? I wasn't as hyped about this year.
We'll do favorite and best.
Okay. I didn't get as hyped for Wrestle Kingdom. I was good, of course, and the matches were good. But I felt like the matches were bigger than the show. And then I was weirdly kind of... I thought it was okay, especially for the length. I was a little underwhelmed by Mania as well.
Again, that's because Roman was the main when Charlotte and Asuka should have been.
I think, and this is weird because I feel like it gets a kind of unfair advantage, but the one that ends up being the most fun every year is a little over 4 weeks away.
Yeah.
It's almost Rumble time, dude.
It's almost Rumble time.
And Rumble is always, unless Ray comes out number 30, it's always
It's going to
good.
be R-Truth this year.
I mean, but you know what? They let you know now, and they're going to build into it, and it's going to mean something.
Yep. He's already teasing it. He's already like, when I win. And I like that. He's not going to win. He's R-Truth.
Yeah, but he's got something to say in the meantime, other than I'm here too.
Look, I don't think for a second he's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe it when he's saying it on television. I don't believe for a second. But he's making me believe. Like there's that.
You believe that he
like,
believes.
They could. Maybe they could. They probably won't. They won't. But they could. They could, right?
Nah, man.
They could.
I hate to have to Bob's Country Bunker you, but nah, man, nah.
So yours is the Rumble?
The Rumble ends up being so feel good every year, man. It's hard to really debate with that. As far like what else stands out to you? I mean, the other, because I kind of want to save it for best. That Evolution card was really good.
Yeah. I think that's both my favorite and best.
And the NXT takeovers are so consistently good. I don't want to say that they kind of cancel themselves out, but there's a level of expectation involved with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go over the top and try to do the War Games thing. It's like, no, that's really good too.
Yeah.
But it ends up not standing out because everything is so good. I'm not saying you have to be garbage for any length of time. Please don't.
Please don't, yeah.
But when something shines through, like Evolution did, they didn't. It did kind of feel like the beginning of something.
Mm-hmm.
And not in a bad way, like, hey, it's the kickoff to the thing. It felt like an arrival instead. The way they build the old NXT shows, the NXT Arrival.
That was the first one.
Yeah. And you know what? It
NXT
kind of
Takeover
kicked
Arrival.
off as if to say, hey, we do this too.
Yeah.
And we do it very well. Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Evolution felt like. It didn't feel like all right, we're starting women's wrestling today. No, it has officially arrived as a mainstream thought that has to be considered.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't feel like, here's the specialty show with the ladies fighting. It's a special attraction ladies match.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is a damn good wrestling show. Please enjoy.
Yeah, I think that's both my best and favorite.
What are you going to argue with?
I mean,
the things that come close are, I don't know, women's match main eventing a main roster pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn good,
I
yo.
could make a case for TLC. TLC was really, really good.
TLC is supposed to be garbage.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
It wasn't. And then, it was booked correctly. I hate using that word, but
Hey, man, there's structure behind the story. The structure behind the magic.
the TLC match was the main event, and it was the best match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. It's rare for that to happen.
Very.
I could make a case. I could make a case for Survivor Series.
Survivor Series, I like it when they play more into the gimmicky.
Yeah.
And we didn't feel like we had a ton of gimmicky. And it felt like it moved stories along that I didn't give a shit about.
But Brian and Brock was really fun.
But it was the standout.
Charlotte and Ronda was really fun.
It was a standout. There's two good ones.
Yeah.
What were the rest of the stories?
Let's see. We had the bar and...
Don't care. Sorry.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, I love the bar, but bar and...
Look, I agree.
Okay.
But you can I could make a case for it based on those two matches.
Mm-hmm.
Then we...
But again, that doesn't feel... When I'm going to Survivor Series, I know it sounds weird, but I like the 5-on-5s, man.
Yeah.
I like the traditional matches, and I like them to mean something as well. I felt like they were just kind of there as special attractions, and that's okay. But nah, man, if you went into the Royal Rumble, and the Rumble was a special attraction match, afterthought kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't care what your main event is. It doesn't matter.
May have
Rumble's the
happened in
main for me, man.
96. Yeah.
Rumble's the main for me no matter what the hell's happening.
Yeah. You definitely make a case for the Rumble this year. Definitely make a case for All In.
Mm-hmm.
Dominion was really fun.
Oh, just everything towards the end of the G1 too, as it happens every year. Hey, here's all those matches you never thought you'd see. Hey, here's somebody competing that. Wow, he went really far. Here he is against the top talent of the roster, and hey, here's matches you'll never ever see. And damn it if they're not good. G1's fun for that every year. Hey, it's everything that a King of the Ring should be, but isn't.
The tag team match: female superstar, male event, most improved moment, on the radar, and feud. So now we're gonna take it to the very, very tippy top. Wrestler of the year.
Well, again, my criteria is going to be somebody that stands out on their own. So as much as I was loving on Dream earlier, he's not as transcendent across time and space.
Favorite and best.
God damn it! It's hard to hate on Becky.
I know.
Because I mean you've got legit news organizations looking to pick up her story, and press it, because it's like, nah, it's good, it's legit. It's like there's enough realness there to make the big fish bite, you know. But as far as best, PCO, yeah, that's right. You know what I heard about him?
He's not human.
You've heard? No, okay.
Eat.
I'm gonna go watch those, like right after the show. When my voice finally gives out, I'm going to go watch those and then try to do an impression. And then I'm gonna do nothing but Destro lines to you, and it's gonna be fun.
Christopher Brown says his favorite is Rollins and best is Jericho, wrestler of the year. I'm going Becky.
It's hard to hate on Becky. I'm trying to think of who even competes at that level. I think we've got potential with the new Daniel Bryan.
Possibly. But it's still pretty new.
I feel like AJ's really good, but I don't feel like he's necessarily had the stories or the challengers enough. But I think with the new format of the no longer guaranteed rematches, and we can settle a feud quick, and move on and move stuff around and have stuff happen for reasons rather than just because this is how we do it, I think AJ's going to have a chance to really shine.
Yeah.
And
I think Rollins would have been in that conversation had that Shield thing not happened. Absolutely.
I feel like that was a big misstep for him, and it was an attempt to push Roman to build some credibility for him, and then accidentally found a way to really make people care about Roman, but it had nothing to do with the Shield thing.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it would have hurt as much or meant as much, or if we would have gotten the timing and the movement of Dean had the Shield thing not happened. I don't know. You never get to know.
No.
History's weird like that. What has happened is what has happened. But it was so close to not happening or happening totally different. Such a weird thing.
I think that's everything. Let me see. One real quick. Let's see. We did tag team. We did match. We did female, male, event, most improved, moment, wrestler, on the radar, and feud. That's everything. Christopher Brown asked us, feud you're looking most forward to in 2019. Is there anything on the horizon?
All right, I'm a big fan of Joe versus everybody. Those are always going to be good no matter what. Hope he gets a little bit more long form time with some dudes that want to work back up against that. I'm looking forward to also kind of Almas versus everybody.
Yeah.
I want to see, because his in-ring is there, his natural charisma is there. I can't wait for him to get some of that storyline exposure.
Yeah.
Like, why does Almas hate this dude? I don't know, because we're fighting.
Yeah.
I wanted to get beyond that, too. You annoy the hell out of me, and you're messing up my tranquilo.
Well, and then just on top of that, getting more mic time for Zelina to help that story.
That's never a bad thing.
Yeah.
There's more mic time for all of the women in general, because they've all just decided, not that they've decided, they've worked hard for it. They've been groomed as superstars at this point.
Yeah.
So it's all of a sudden Mandy Rose has a mic, and it's like, hold on, she's capable.
Yeah.
We got so used to, and I don't want to say spoiled by, but we got ruined by who's giving Kelly a mic? Why is Tori Wilson talking?
Yeah.
What are they doing? Oh my God. I slept with your dad. Why? What are you doing? Stop it. Now it's like, wait, she has motivation. She knows who she is. She's defining and presenting herself well, and she's fitting in with the other character and building a story together with them.
Yeah.
Do they have a shirt?
I'm looking forward to Lacey Evans showing up.
Oh yeah,
Because she's got character, she's got in-ring, she can talk.
her character is something special too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing who she tussles with. But I think the thing I'm looking forward to most is Becky versus the World.
Hard to hate on, man.
She's on fire.
Oh man, I had one other one. Shoot. Now I'm gonna lose it forever. Just stuff coming up that's going to be amazing. Yeah,
Turkey.
I of course, versus stakes and weights. I can't wait till they have some direction for and space for McIntyre to move around. And I got a feeling there's gonna be something special there, or it's gonna fizzle out because he doesn't have anybody to go up against. He's burning hot, but he's got to temper it up against something. So it feels like kind of the same thing with Braun. Braun is hot like fire, but if he's not there with something, what does it mean? And it's like, this could do it again. All right, what stage equipment is he gonna fight this week?
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Spectacle's great.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't go anywhere, what does it mean? So I hope McIntyre gets McIntyre versus the World, dude.
Christopher Brown says, one feud I'd kill to see going into 19 is something for the road to WrestleMania. Styles versus Dwayne. I mean, Rocky can work the mic against literally anyone. I don't know how you get there. I'd be interested to see that those styles clash. Like, I don't know that Rocky could work that kind of pace. Like, you remember the matches with Cena. I mean, their matches with Cena. Very similar to what Rock and Hogan was a decade before.
Right.
You're not looking for a wrestling clinic, but AJ in there, you're looking for a wrestling clinic. Like, I don't want to see AJ versus The Undertaker. Because Undertaker can't keep up with AJ.
He just turns and swats him every once in a while.
I mean, it's interesting. I'll give you that. It really pulls AJ Starr to a whole different planet.
You know, it could be a fun feud. We finally get towards, because this isn't happening anytime soon either. I don't think it even happens anywhere near Mania, because apparently Cena's going back for another movie after the first of the year. We'll get a strong, legit kind of dirt on both of them. Cena versus Bryan. Finally get the clash of the Bellas-in-laws.
Well, you had, because D-Bry was essentially ultimate babyface when he wrestled in 13 for the championship. And Cena had an injury. Like, that's part of what the whole thing was. He had that, like, thing on his elbow.
Mass.
Yeah. I'm in for it.
I'm ready for the new Daniel Bryan versus literally everybody. Because you've seen old American Dragon stuff. The old Bryan Danielson. It's vicious and awful.
Yeah.
And you've seen a little bit of that. And you've seen he's tweaked some stuff to be able to fit in the new stuff. The whole grabbing the hands and stomping your face in.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's dirty and awful. But you know he's as safe as can be. But he can make awful safe and good. And it's safer for him as well. I don't know. I'm looking forward to that with more people, but I know they just announced, the like 5 call-ups, but man, I'm already itching for stuff to get shook around some.
Yeah,
I always am, and then they give me a new match that I wasn't expecting with who they already have, and I'm like, oh, that's great. Thank you, SmackDown only. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, who's Brock fighting?
They have to get that championship off him.
Do they though?
Yes.
I mean, I long for a point where they're just like, just fucking keep it.
Either get rid of it or get it off him.
Keep it.
Because
let him go defend it in UFC and just see where it ends up.
Because really, again, it was hot like this for like a minute after Roman won it from him finally.
Yeah, they took too long to get to that.
Yeah.
And then they did, and then it was gone.
Yeah. Well, and there was a point where when Brock had it, it was like, okay, well, now it feels special because it's a special thing when it's around. But then, I could put that in worst moment when he won the championship at, where was that? Hell in a Cell?
Shoot, man, I don't even remember.
Wherever he won it back.
There's a weird kind of worst moment for you this year. Crown Jewel? Did that
That's
happen
not
this
even-
year?
Yeah, but that's not even a blip for me.
Yeah. In the long run, as much hay as people were making about it, I'm glad it ends up being that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we did a show. Or
They
had
don't.
the-
They don't even talk about it.
they don't have to
Yeah, because
because everybody from that show is dead.
Christopher Brown get rid of it and bring back the big gold belt. But why? Like it'll be the same treatment. Like I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Just kicking stuff.
Just let that one stay retired too. I love it. Believe me, I love big gold. Let it stay retired. Either work on making the Universal like actually a championship that people are fighting for, or just let it go away and elevate the Intercontinental Championship.
I'd be fine with that, honestly.
Me too.
Hey,
All the work.
make some room for
Boss and Hug connection.
not just them in particular, but we had that.
By the way, can we start calling them that? There's merch.
Yeah, I know, right?
You officially announced that there's going to be women's tag team championships next year. Can we start calling them the Boss and Hug Connection? Like, let's start. I mean, yeah, they're already wrestling as a tag team, but can we start calling them that?
Mm-hmm.
They're a tag team. They're Boss and Hug Connection.
Yeah.
They have a name.
Yeah, if you're gonna be a tag. Don't be. I don't know if they've got the room yet to really delve into that. To not have it be two singles stars being put together as a tag team.
I mean, I know, yeah, and Jarrett even tweeted in SpongeBob meme form, it's about time for the women's tag team championships. And I know, like, I mostly agree with you. Like, I'd much prefer, like, stories away from championships to develop character, but we're not going to get that. Even if they weren't doing tag team championships, we've seen it. We're not going to get that. And at least now there's something else for the women to fight for, and you know it's going to get television time because it's a new championship, and they're going to get a chance to either do the damn thing, which they've been doing, and make it mean something, or fail miserably.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I mean, some story time will be devoted to, teams coming together and coming apart.
Now, did they have any announcement like whether I'm almost scared to ask this, whether there's going to be two sets?
I can't tell.
I'm glad they left it nebulous.
It just said we're going to have a women's tag division, essentially. We're going to have new tag team champions in the women's division. That's almost exactly how he said it.
And because we're getting into some weird territory.
I hope it's all three shows.
Just to cross-branded?
Yeah.
That's what I would hope too. But at the same time, what does that mean when the Fox deal kicks in? Do they allow that thing to meander about?
Maybe.
I still get worried about what the Fox deal means as far as what WWE can do as far as their roster.
Well, maybe by then the division's beefed out enough that it can support more.
Well, they did call up Heavy Machinery, so
steaks
and weights. I'm more into the steaks. Can we just get steaks and shakes? That sounds delightful. I don't want to go steak and shake. I want a steak and I want some shakes.
Well, the steaks are really just burgers at Steak and Shake.
I don't really want burgers. I don't want steak. I just want. Can we just make milkshakes?
I guess.
I want to make pudding.
What's your favorite? Oh, okay.
I wanna make
You want pudding. You've gone from steaks and shakes to shakes.
Straws are
to
too
just
much
pudding.
work. I'm just going to use a spoon. I've actually had like small packets of pudding, and I've started doing flavor combos. You know how I was making half gallon of pudding at a time and eating it because of an animal?
Mm-hmm.
And animals apparently eat pudding. I had like a box of chocolate and a box of banana, and I made chocolate banana pudding. Oh my God. But then I also had lemon and cheesecake, and I made lemon cheesecake pudding, and it was good.
What can you mix pistachio with, though?
That was my problem, because I had butterscotch.
Bless you.
You just watched a man die, and I'm back. Deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know the last man that did that?
Joey Ryan?
Oh, yeah, it was him. That was Jesus. Anyone else?
Who's that dude?
I don't know, man. I had the butterscotch. Butterscotch I couldn't mix with anything.
Butterscotch, yo.
So I thought, well, why don't I take the two that don't mix with anything and put them together? Think pistachio butterscotch would work? Nah. I'll just make a small butterscotch.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, I think they're better off on their own. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that there's anything pistachio mixes with.
Yeah. They're standalones.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to put them together. I'm going to sacrifice for science, Justin. 4 cups of milk and like $3 worth of pudding mix.
Uh-huh.
That's my favorite feud of the year. Butterscotch versus pistachio.
Who knew? It's already that time. Nathan?
My voice is dying.
Yeah, I got something.
You do?
I actually have the story
oh
here
my
too,
God,
apparently.
yes. I'm excited for this.
So,
Because I got like nothing. I blew it with the women's tag. Sorry.
heyo. CBS is taking a look at Major League Wrestling.
What?
Yeah, MLW might be coming to your CBS. Let's read the official gimmick here.
Yes, please.
CBS meets with Court Bauer, Pro Wrestling's young genius. Chuck Carroll takes an in-depth look at Major League Wrestling and the founder, Court Bauer. And then there's like a link and video shit. So.
I've listened to like the podcast that have Court Bauer. He had the MLW podcast as well. He had a fantastic mind for it and loves the business, man.
MLW's fun. Like it's not nothing amazing, but it's a good wrestling show. I try to watch. I try to catch it weekly.
The question becomes, man, how do you build a wrestling organization from the ground up? Anybody that does anything halfway decent, if you can get people to show up, and I'm talking just performers, and have a decent show from beginning to end, I'm amazed.
Yeah.
And then if you get people eyes on it, holy crap, you goddamn warlock, how did you do this?
I'm hoping. I tweet at them a lot, trying to get MLW to come here. I'd love to go see an MLW show.
Yeah.
You know who started there?
Abraham Lincoln.
No, but close. PCO. That's where he was honing that gimmick. He's not human. And right now, the Hart Foundation is there, the new Hart Foundation, with Teddy Hart being the leader, who just signed a deal. I don't know if the length was released, but he signed a deal. It's him, it's Pillman's son, and it's Harry. Harry Smith.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I went to an indie show with Brian Pillman Jr. was going to be there, but he was like injured, but he still like showed up. Felt bad, very apologetic to everybody. It's like, oh,
He's still new to it.
I know.
It's
I was
insane.
excited to see
Yeah.
where he was. It is apparently he was on a crutch.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, shoot.
Yeah. I don't think he's wrestled much, but that's where they are. Yeah.
I still respect the hell out of him for showing up at the very least. And,
Yeah.
You know, he was like apologizing for being hurt. And it's like, nah, dude.
You're hurt.
But then if you don't show up, it's like, I guess it's too hurt to come to the whatever. But he's like stemming that. It's like, I'm not even gonna give you a chance to be upset.
Let's see. Riddle was there. Ricochet was there before he left. Filthy Tom Lawler's there right now, and he's ascending, and he's feuding with Low Key for the championship. So I mean, there's names there. L.A. Park is there,
L.A. Park is everywhere.
and his son Elijo de L.A. Park.
It's a lot of L's in there, dude.
It's a lot of names. But MLW is
So
a fun
many
watch.
folding chairs.
If you can catch the MLW fusion, I'd love for them to come here.
See, and again,
Shivani calling the action.
beauty of really,
Yeah.
Beauty of those things is they have to either suffer or thrive the way that a SmackDown or an NXT does. With, all right, this is the talent you've got, and now they're gone. And what are you gonna do? Ever building, ever growing as a brand, while building up stars, but not totally relying on them. Finding that balance between them, and any company that can do that is impressive as all hell, dude.
Isn't MLW where Dream got its start? Possibly. Because
I don't know,
MLW, like, it relaunched at the end of last year. And I don't know how long it was out of commission between when Court had put it to bed and brought it back. But it's possible. I know Dream hasn't been wrestling that long, but I'm fairly sure him and Rush went through there. So, all right. Dun, 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 dun. All right. I guess it's about that time.
I'm off work tomorrow.
Oh, really?
And,
You want to posse up?
I'm not going to speak a word for like the next 24 to 48 hours.
You want to posse up?
Up your... Wait, what?
Posse up.
Single player, yo. It's good. I got to do more.
Posse up, man.
All right. Well, at least we can get in the jump in the chat things. I'll listen to y'all talk.
I'm thinking...
I'll throw out dumb ideas for, other things.
Yeah. Super secret project. I already got an idea for the new game.
The fact that you say I've already got an idea does not surprise me at all about anything. Never does.
All I'm saying is Saint Denis.
I'm so old timey.
It's gonna be great.
Wow.
Got an idea. I'll tell you.
Da, 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 da.
Got an idea.
I'm gonna make it quick this week. Here we go. Hey everybody, we're #WrestlePals.
It's us.
If you dig us, dig what we do. You want to throw some cash at us? Throw some singles. What's up? Yeah, I'll dance for you.
I guess I'll get naked. I don't really want to.
I thought they were paying to keep clothes on.
Oh,
Give me $1. Give me $1.
start giving us dollars or we're getting naked.
They're probably gonna anyway. It's fine. Because I want that to be the big sell up front. Patreon.com/OhHiJustin. That's that guy. Oh Hi Justin. OHHI Justin. It's the home of not just WrestlePals, but also Deprogram, the finest music show on the internet, bar none. Absolutely bar none. It's also the home of the Oh Hi Justin Pod, a daily delve into the madness of that dude. And it's good stuff, man. Also, home of these ghouls' various covers that Justin wishes to grace us with. And, what?
Most of them aren't very good, the covers.
And
the
others.
originals, I'm proud of.
And all other manner of things, Justin. He's always putting out, get in there. And if you can't throw a buck, man, interact, participate. Follow the other shows. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. Interact with us because he's always watching. And if you can't throw $1, man, just another head to bounce something off of, a little bit of feedback means the world to us. If you want to get this show, you want the back video catalog, YouTube. Search for #WrestlePals. And you can also get our new Happy Rusev Day video there, too. It's fun. #WrestlePals. Spell it all the way out on YouTube. You can find us on any of the damn podcast app. Spotify, Stitcher, the iTunes store. If you don't want to look at ugly mugs. I understand. If you want to get in touch with us individually, Justin's easy to get a hold of at the Hulkster on Twitter. Talk with him there. He said, I thought it was over.
I know, right? Got a minute and 15.
Nah, I'm going to get it done way less than that. Watch this. At the Hulkster on Twitter or put #WrestlePals on literally anything. He will find it. Interact with him. He digs it. He thrives. Man's been living on there lately. Him and his, well, when I say living, live in on Twitter. Follow him and his antics.
Love you, girl.
Weird. Don't call me girl. If you want to get in touch with me, good luck. At the Nate Project on Twitter. I see every one of them. I get the notification for it. It weirds me out immensely. I don't like it. It makes me very uncomfortable. If you'd like to, and I'm sorry if this is graphic, but this is what happens, and I want you to know this before you do this. If you want my butt to clench, tweet me. It's just that easy. I'm waiting. Here it comes. And there come the notifications. You guys are jerks. I kind of like it. That's fine.
#Nate Appreciation Day.
No, #WrestlePals. Goddamn. I'll let you get it done.
There it goes.
Goddamn
Chris
hashtag.
Witt says 2019 is finally the year he comes back to VA.
Word up.
Come hang.
Goddamn #WrestlePals.
9 o'clock. And daylight. But what day? Hello, you there, boy. Yes, you, my good fella. What day is today?
It's Rusev Day.
I haven't missed it.
Time to celebrate. Okay. Rusev Day is not a joke.
I lost my keys
and my little dog is bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog, bit me in the spare rib. And I'm take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words, AJ Styles. You know what you are? You're phenomenal. Phenomenal.